Hey, what's going on, family? It's King David checking in with you. I want to do a quick little video before I get out of here. Get ready to go to the library, fill out some applications, see if I can pick me up a better job or, maybe a little second part-time job or something. Make these ends meet so I can reach my goals faster. But I want to do this video today to talk about a plan. Right? What's your plan for the future? You working this job. You doing this. You in the dope game. What's your plan? What's your end game? Right? Especially my dope boys out here. So many of y'all got all this bread. And your car's paid off. Your house paid off. But then what? You can't be in the dope game forever. The feds coming for you eventually. So what's your end game? Prime example. Good homie of mine, OG, well respected, you know what I'm saying, in my city. Used to be that guy. He's still that guy. He's not in the game no more. But he's still that guy. Well respected. I'm pretty sure dude made probably over a couple million over the course of his career in the game. And he got out. Right? He got tired of it. He got out. Free and clear. Whatever. But when people run into dude, they're surprised because they would think that dude would own a store or something. But like he say, he like, man, I was a kid. I didn't know what to do with all that money except for, buy cars, blow it, do whatever. What I'm saying? Like we was kids, we didn't know what to do with all that money. Like looking back, yeah, I'd owe me a store, a couple stores around here or something. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, dude doing good. But had he taken that dope money and invested into something legal, like so many people do, Frank Lucas, everybody know Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, pretty much, all your big time gangsters, your mafias, they took the illegal money and put it into something legal, so when they get out of the business, they can still have some decent cash flow coming in. And that goes for us as well. I've never sold dope. So, that's out of the question. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get on here perpetrating, acting like I done something I have. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Never done it. Never been in a position to do it. Because I, come from a halfway decent family. But for those of you working these cleaning businesses and you working at Target, Walmart, McDonald's, wherever you working, I'm pretty sure you're not making as much money as you'd like. Even if you got that type of money, what's your end game? What is your plan for the future? Are you gonna open up a business? You're going to invest in something? You're going to go down to the auction, open you up a car lot or something. I'm just saying that we need to have a plan. And when you follow that plan, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much guaranteed to get everything that you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? It's an old saying that goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Right? So, for example, right now, I'm working a job. It pays the bills. But it's not getting me to my goals fast enough. One of my goals as I previously mentioned, is to pay off all my tickets. Get all them paid off. Holler at Jefferson City, pay them their money so I can get that license back. Give me a whip, right? That's the first thing. Then once I do that, I can go back to school, do that, then, find an even better job. Because now I have a whip. So now I can get to places I normally couldn't get to on the bus. Then, once I get out of school, find somewhere to set up shop, get my clientele up, and then at that point, I could open up my own shop. I could, do that, and then run it solo, have single chair. I wouldn't have to worry about, too much. Or I can open up shop, have multiple people in there, collect rent from them. That's not quite set in stone. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan, and it's a solid plan, but you got to understand things happens, and sometimes your plans fall through, so you gotta be flexible with your plan to allow enough room for things to happen. Like, for me, I thought I would at least have paid, got my lawyer finished, paid off. But due to circumstances and situations, I'm still working, which is a blessing. But because of where I work now, I have to leave early so I can make sure I get home at night. So I'm not making as much money as I was when I was at this other place. That's why I'm trying to pick up another little job. That's the plan. And then, you know what I'm saying, there's some other stuff. I got my few little hustles that I do on the side. But I'm down right now because I don't have transportation. So, I've been in the cleaning business for about 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I've worked for multiple cleaning companies. Pulling trash, cleaning restrooms, cleaning kitchens. That's nothing, right? I also do floors. I'm a floor technician. So I can strip floors, wax them, make them real clean. You know what I'm saying? You can look at your reflection in my floor. I clean carpet. I clean upholstery. I have all these things that I can do. I've been in the business long enough. I could open me up a cleaning business, so I choose to because I have the knowledge. I have the experience. If I chose to, I could open up a cleaning business, and who knows? That's something I might do further down the line. So you know what I'm saying? That's one of them things to keep in mind. But you got something you good at, or you got something that you want to do, pursue it to the fullest. And then see what you can do with it. If you a basketball player and you go to college, you don't make the pros, what other options are there? Well, you know what I'm saying? You can always go overseas. There's other options for you. If you do electrical, if you do plumbing, you could work for a big unionized company, but you could do your thing on the side. Fix people plumbing, whatever you got. Plumbing is just an example. So you could do that, then do your little thing on the side, grow your business, and then who knows? Over the course of several years, this business might grow large enough for you to quit your main job, and then you'll have something to pass on to your kids. And that's also something you should look at. It's also something you should think about. Because for too long, us black people are only living for today. We're living our life, and we're going to do what we do. But We don't leave nothing for our kids. You don't leave no type of property. You don't leave no type of money. And a lot of us don't have it. But for those of us who do have it, you know, or you getting it, leave your kids something so they can build on what you build on. Like, if I go hard now, and I'll go hard my entire life, or for the rest of my life, rather, if I go hard and build up some things, you know, some businesses or some properties or some land, whatever it is, if I go hard, build up some things, then I'll have some I can pass down to my kids. That's part of my end game. I don't want my kids to have to work as hard as I work. And I don't want my grandkids to work as hard as I work. What do you think happened to these multi-billion-dollar businesses? Especially them old ones. Them old businesses. What do? They grandchildren is set. They great-grandchildren is set. And all they got to do is continue to keep that money flowing, keep the business up, and money's coming in. They already got their clientele, like Johnson & Johnson. You know Johnson & Johnson, they make baby powder, oils, lotions, this, that, and third. So when the original man, whoever it was, started Johnson & Johnson, he came up with these products. He went hard. And now, over the course of several generations, these cats are still in the wealthiest 1%. That was part of that man's end game. That was a part of his plan. He wanted to leave something for his children and his grandchildren, and so on and so forth. And that's how white people get ahead. That's how they get ahead. They pass down everything that they have. If they have a house, they pass it down to their children. If they got some type of investment, some money, pass it on down. And the next generation takes it, builds on it. The hardest thing to do is to build the foundation, because without a strong foundation, your house is going to crumble. Right? So, build that foundation, and then have something that you can be proud of, that you can leave for your kids and your grandkids, and so on and so forth. You shouldn't have to worry if your grandkids or your kids are going to be all right. Is some of us really thinking about that? I'm not quite sure. I think we should. I don't have kids, but I'm planning for the day that I have kids. And even if I don't have kids, God forbid, I have a niece and nephew. And I can have something that I can leave them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan, have an end game, have an out. Have an out. Figure out what you want to do. Find your niche, like we talked about in the community video about the Chinese. They found their niche with these chop sueys, these Chinamen, and they exploited to the fullest. What's your niche? Where are you going to get in at? Get in where you fit in, but where do you fit in at? You find out what you want to do, how you want to do it, and where you want to take it, and where you want to take it should be straight over the stratosphere. You should want to shoot for the stars. And then, once we do that, you know what I'm saying, we got our end game in place. We got our finances in place. We have our properties in place, and the things that we own. You know, we have the ownership in place. Now, we're set. And we still got to stick together. Of course we got to stick together. But talking about what is it that you want for yourself, for your kids, for your lineage. You know what I'm saying? Because, to be honest, at the rate things are going, the dollar's gonna crash. So these jobs will have to figure out another way to pay us, and it might not be no pay, but the dollar's eventually gonna crash. And if you own something, right, or if you're planning to own something, a lot of that could be avoided. That's all I had on the mind, folks. You dig what I'm saying? You can reach me on Twitter and Instagram at Fly Till I Die. That's FLYTILLDIEE. You can also reach me on Google Plus at King David 314, and my YouTube URL is youtube.com/C/King David 314. Hit me up in the commentaries, like my videos, subscribe. Peace.